Hi guys, and welcome to another episode. Today we're at the Eye of the North, a big kind of mysterious building out here in the far Shiver Peaks. The Norn who live here don't have any idea about its origins. It was here before they even got here. They've always avoided it. Look at that big shot of the moon there, that's pretty awesome. And yeah, but they've always avoided it, but actually some humans, the Eben Vanguard, sort of a force of humans dealing with striking inside enemy lands, inside the Char homelands, have actually taken up residence within here, and they're using it as a base. Gwen, however, she's here as well, but she told us that most of the Eben Vanguard are away at the moment. In fact, we're going to find out they're missing, and in particular their captain, Captain Langmar, is away, this character we've heard quite a lot about already. But we haven't met her yet. So yeah, we've got two people here we can speak to. The first is Artificer Molyneux.
Welcome.
I'm probably not saying right. Molyneux? Is it really that simple? I doubt it. Anyway, he says, "You must be the adventurers from the south Gwen told me about. She's waiting for you in the Hall of Monuments at the rear of the Eye." So that's the Hall of Monuments. You've probably heard a lot about it. I'll go in there and sort of explain it in a minute. And this guy, Gedril of Ascalon, who's a Vanguard Herald.
Are you still here?
He says, "Hail, Peter Redhill. Ascalon needs the help of any willing hand we can find. And if you lend your skills to the cause, your reputation will increase among the Eben Vanguard. More, if you provide me with written evidence of what you have done in Ascalon's name, I'll tell other members of the Vanguard about your glorious deeds. If you increase your reputation enough, you can even earn hero skill points, blah, blah, blah." So just like with the Norn, you can also earn reputation with the Eben Vanguard. For Ascalon, how exactly do I increase it? Anytime you see members of the Eben Vanguard, offer to lend them assistance. We all have to pull together if we're ever going to defeat the Char. Helping out the Vanguard Reserve, those members who remain behind to safeguard the Eye of the North, is especially useful. Also, keep notes. Written evidence of your deeds goes a long way towards improving your reputation around here, blah, 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 blah. So yeah. That's that guy, and yeah, as this guy said, Gwen's waiting for us out in the Hall of Monuments. Now, the Hall of Monuments was a feature that was introduced in Eye of the North, because this is kind of sort of an expansion introducing us to stuff in Guild Wars 2. You can also dedicate stuff here at the Hall of Monuments, which will give you exclusive rewards in Guild Wars 2, which is pretty cool. It was a nice feature that they did. So, the Hall of Monuments, but this is also a very important place in the Eye of the North story. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got a big open hall with kind of these big tapestries around here. Well, there are no tapestries on it yet, but you'll see that with all these different things: valor, resilience, honor, and so on. A few people to speak to. Both Vec and Ogden are here. Yeah, they say the same things as they did at Burial Station.
Hail and well met.
About the destroyers and what we should do and so on. And also in the middle, we've got this big pool here, which we'll learn about in a minute. And Gwen. So let's speak to Gwen.
How can I help?
So she says, "All of us have suffered in our own way." Okay, so what is this place? Actually, do you know what? First, let's look at the scrying pool. The water in this pool is so clear its reflection is like a window into another world. Okay, so let's look deep into the pool. Something is forming in the ripples of the water. Do you want to keep looking? Okay, I'll keep my eyes open. I don't want to miss anything. And you get different visions in Eye of the North. So this is the first vision, which the pool shows us.
This is what we've been guarding.
Looks like a scrying device.
You're right. We know it's magical, but can't get it to work.
Hang on. Often these things are just a matter of concentration.
No one else has been able to do that.
Just lucky, I guess.
Alright, so what have we got here? I like how she's just so unenthused anyway. You know, this is quite an impressive thing, but she's just so cold these days. She doesn't really care. Alright, so what are we looking at here? A big fiery chamber.
What was that?
A destroyer. We fought them earlier. They've captured the Dwarven and Asuran tunnels.
And they're coming this way?
Seems like it.
Vec, we have to rally the local populace, these Norn.
But we don't know how much of the gate network has been compromised.
Exactly. We're on our own. The battle starts here.
What's the matter?
The destroyers are coming up from the depths. We need an army right now. Help me convince the Norn to help us.
The destroyers drove my people to the surface, west of these mountains. We should contact them.
They're both wrong. It's the Ebon Vanguard that needs your help. A large detachment led by Captain Langmar made a sortie into the Char homelands. They're now several weeks overdue, and I fear the worst. I need you to help me find them.
We need my people's knowledge.
No, we need the Norn as allies.
It's up to you, Buka. Which do we do first?
Why do I have to make the tough decisions?
You're just lucky, I guess.
Okay, right. So yeah, the storyline in Eye of the North, it pretty much starts with 3 big arcs, and you get to decide who you want to help out most. So the story's actually going to split up here. Oh, we've unlocked Gwen as a hero, by the way. She's quiet, wounded in body and soul, and angry at the Char. Gwen has suffered hardships, but has tried to keep her dreams alive. She now makes her home among the Ebon Vanguard in the Eye of the North, where she practices and hones her skills as a mesmer. So we've now got 3 different heroes and 3 different directions we can go in. Quest added, the missing Vanguard. We get lots of quests. And you know what, we're playing as Peter, so I think it's pretty obvious which way we really should be going first. Let's help out the Ebon Vanguard with the Char, because I mean, we are Ascalonian, and this is kind of what we've always been about. She says, by the way, I found this monumental tapestry a while ago. I think it's meant for one of these walls, but I never got round to choosing which monument to hang it over. Since the scrying pool responded to you, I think it's only fitting that you decide. Here, take it. Thank you, I know you've had greater concerns than these monuments. Right, so I'll get this out of the way with first. This place here, right, if you hang a tapestry, let's just pick, I don't know, this one over here, Valor, right? If we pick this, it says, a hero's greatest weapons are courage of heart, unchained strength of soul, and righteous fury unrestrained, never to be vanquished. The weapons of Peter Redhill belong here. So, if we can hang a tapestry, like so. Once you've hung a tapestry, you can start dedicating various items and things to these different monuments, and the more you have, the more points you get essentially, and these points translate to rewards in Guild Wars 2. So I've picked this one because as you saw at the end of Nightfall, we managed to get this shield, and this is a special shield that we can actually dedicate in this monument. So I'll show you how it works. Only the greatest of weapons may be displayed here. So we can display this shield. And that would essentially get you points towards rewards in Guild Wars 2. And you can do that on all of these different monuments, and the monuments all represent different sort of aspects. So this one's weapons, there's a monument for armors, there's a monument for titles, a monument for mini pets, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, that's kind of how the Hall of Monuments work. And as we go through Eye of the North, we'll get more tapestries so that we can hang them over more of these and start dedicating more things to them. So also an interesting thing here is at the end, above this honor one, you can actually see kind of this weird magical thing. As you get more and more and more titles, essentially, this becomes to become a more and more refined image. I have no idea what the image is supposed to be, but eventually it becomes like this big kind of suit of armor thing that's sort of glowing. It kind of reminds me of a seer a bit. I don't know whether that has any relevance at all. Maybe the Seers built this place, who knows. But then eventually a big beam of light comes out and it shoots out of the hole up in the ceiling. It's a pretty cool place. Maybe eventually I'll show you what that looks like. We'll see. But yeah, and also of course the scrying pool itself, we'll be returning here to get many visions as we complete these different story arcs. So yeah, anyway, the first one, let's speak to Gwen.
How can I help?
So what is this place? What can she tell us? We call this the Hall of Monuments. When the Ebon Vanguard arrived here, we found these platforms and this scrying pool. Captain Langmar, Artificer, Mullinix, and I have all tried repeatedly to make it function. It won't respond to any of us. It's like the pool is waiting for something or someone. Maybe it was waiting for us, who knows?
How can I help?
Okay, what's the pool exactly? The scrying pool. You made it respond to your will. When the Ebon Vanguard first arrived here, we found this pool and the surrounding platforms, but none of us could make it respond, okay? A bit of a redundant dialogue there.
How can I help?
What's the Ebon Vanguard? The Ebon Vanguard was originally just a small cadre of soldiers sent north to raid the Char and divert their troops from southern invasions. Over time, exiles, refugees, and escaped prisoners of war swelled their ranks, and we've since become known as the Ebon Vanguard. But our mission remains the same. We must take the fight to the Char and force them to leave Ascalon.
How can I help?
Okay, so how did you end up here? I don't really want to talk about that. I was a prisoner of Char. I escaped. Now I want vengeance. And of course we know this because we've actually done that storybook already. So
how can I help?
Let's speak to her about the missing Vanguard then. Thank the gods someone has finally come to help. The Ebon Vanguard has gone missing. Captain Langmar and the bulk of the Ebon Vanguard plan to pass through Long Eye's Ledge to the east for a raid into Char territory. However, they are extremely overdue. I swear to Lissa that if those inhuman beasts have harmed Captain Langmar, I will make them all pay. Okay, so as I said, there are 3 distinct story arcs here in Eye of the North, right? You've got Gwen. You can go off with Gwen and help her find the missing Vanguard and deal with the Char. You can find Ogden. You can go with Ogden and help him deal with the Norn. You can go with Vec and see how his people are doing since they've been driven to the surface by the Destroyers. You've got these 3 distinct story arcs and a hero for each one. We've also got 3 characters. You might have seen this coming, but this is my plan for the Eye of the North Let's Play, and hopefully it will be really fun. I'm kind of looking forward to it. We can have each character go off and do a story arc. So you've got Matt Greenspring, Tom Bluewood, and Peter Redhill. They're all going to pick a certain hero and go off and help them out. So, I mean, it's quite obvious what Peter's going to be doing. Peter, I mean, he's from Ascalon. His duties lie with the Char and stuff. So he's going to be dealing with the Char and going off with Gwen. But we've also got Tom and Matt, right? And I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do with them, but I thought this would be a really fun time for you guys to decide. So what story arc do you want Tom to do? Do you want Tom to go with Vec, or do you want him to go with Ogden? What about Matt? Do you want Matt to go with Ogden, or do you want him to go with Vec? Let me know in the comments, and next episode we'll have that worked out. So every character is going to go off on one of these story arcs. All 3 characters are actually going to split up. They will meet up again at the end of the Let's Play, but for the main bulk of it, they will be off doing their own separate things in the different lands. I mean, I'm hoping it'll be fun. Hopefully there'll be some cool stuff I can do with it. But yeah, I mean, I just really wasn't sure which hero I wanted to go with. So this is completely up to you. Leave a comment. Let me know who do you want to go where. You can completely influence this Let's Play. So yeah. But before we do that, let's see how Matt can help out with the Char. Obviously, you've got a big, long main quest that we can do. But of course, there's also lots of side quests. And now that we've got this quest arc with Gwen and we've agreed to help out the Eben Vanguard, we can actually help out these ones at the Eye of the North who have got their problems because, of course, most of the Vanguard's away. So now you can see we can get some quests. So let's speak to the Artificer.
I've heard much
First, we'll do a fun one. I have kept a detailed record of every aspect of our mission in Char lands. I have reports of vital Vanguard movements and military operations, and log listings of all supplies and personnel. I find my work quite exciting. Ask your questions, I can answer them all. So let's do this one here, Mano and Norn-o, because this is quite a fun one. So this is a solo quest. We have a bit of a problem. Of course, with all these Norn around, that shouldn't be too much of a surprise. You wouldn't believe how often Norn warriors wander down here and challenge us to duels to prove their valor. Then they go home and boast about how easy it is to defeat the puny humans in battle. Usually, we just ignore them and hope they go find something else to beat about the head. The latest barbarian to arrive, however, some brutish oaf named Norn-o, simply won't leave. He's starting to cause a real problem. Nobody can get any work done, what with constantly being challenged to single combat. You're the most battle-tested of anyone here at the Eye. Will you fight as our champion against this Norn? So this will be a victory for all humanity. You can see here on the rewards as well. In Eye of the North, they brought back getting skills as rewards. You get a lot of PvE only skills, which increase in power as you gain reputation with the various races. And I think this was really cool. This was something I love they did in Prophecies, and they took it out of Nightfall and Factions, but it's back here. I really do like a lot of the design things that they did in Eye of the North. A lot of people don't like it. I'll go into that more later though. But yeah, so this will be a victory for all of humanity. I've added kind of a build, kind of similar to what I did when I soloed Prophecies. I haven't tested it or anything, but hopefully it will go okay. Okay, so he says you'll be removed from your party to face Norn-o alone. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. Mano and Norn-o. Alright, so what have we got? Norn-o here. And the duel will begin in 20 seconds. You can see everybody's kind of left this place. And you got the hall over there. Right, what is this? I asked for a champion and they send me a flea? Oi. Oi. It's not nice. That is not nice. Were you the runt of the litter, or is your entire pack this puny? Oh yeah, we'll see what. You'll see what I'm capable of. I've eaten bigger chunks of bear meat than you. Yeah, bring it on, alright? Enough talk. Oh, he's taunting me. He's taunting me. Okay, so yeah, obviously a lot of these quests will go a long way to introduce you to the various races. Hopefully I'll be okay. I've not got a clue, to be perfectly honest with you. Here we go. Oh, it looks like I'll be fine. Yay for Defy Pain. Look at this. We're destroying him. He's doing 0 damage to us. Fantastic. 900 health. He can't get to us. I know he does use a resurrection signet, which could be rather annoying. Hopefully I've got enough firepower to kill him. Maybe I should have brought an interrupt. So you don't actually obviously have to kill this guy. All you've got to do is whittle his health down enough. It's his resurrection signet. He's really getting a lot of health. I think I'm slowly wearing him down. I'll speed this up and see how it goes. If I really can't kill him, we'll go get an interrupt. No, there we go. He's dead. So, yeah. Easy, easy, easy. So a lot of people love the Norn, obviously, they're very strong. He says, astounding, you have bested me. By the bear, you are unlike any human I have ever met. Well fought, little big one. So, there we go, that's the first solo quest. I really like this quest because it kind of introduces sort of... a lot of the quests show you how a lot of the races interact with one another, and of course this is going to be a massive thing in Guild Wars 2. Most of, like, the underlying theme in Guild Wars 2 is how the races all come together to fight a greater threat. And you really start to see this come through. I mean, immediately, this is the first quest we've done, and you can kind of see how the Norn and the humans are getting along. So he says, well done, it's certainly good to see someone finally put those brutes in their place. That's the last we'll hear from Norn-o, I imagine. With any luck and a little help from a crafty artificer, the word will get out to the rest of the Norn about how he was defeated by a human. Take pride, you raise the reputation of not only the Vanguard, but our entire race with these barbarians. So we get the skill Deft Strike. It's an okay skill. I mean, I'm not going to review all of the skills I get, so you can feel free to do it yourself. Pause it if you want and read it. So here's another one which is a bit more about the real fight. So we've got a problem, Peter, and this one is big. Our scouts have sighted a Char expeditionary force coming this way through the northern passes. Unless we get lucky, we'll be up to our knees in fur within days. With our main force scattered throughout the Char homelands, we have no hope of defeating this force ourselves. Will you and your friends find these Char and defeat them? They were last seen marching south through the Norhart domains near Gunnar's Hold. Killing Char is what I live for. Yes, indeed it is. Right, so we'll do this. And the other thing I'm going to be doing, you remember the other episode I said something about heroes. I'm going to be splitting the heroes. It's not just the characters that are going to be splitting into different places. The heroes are going to be split as well. So we're going to be with Gwen, which means Ogden and Vec aren't coming with Peter Redhill. Ogden and Vec will be going with either Tom or Matt Greenspring, depending on what you guys choose. So that means that we can actually play with henchmen, which is really the first series where I've actually really had a good look at henchmen and heroes together. So these are the guys. We already spoke to Talon in a previous episode. Let's speak to Devonna. She says, hail friend, I'm glad to have you by my side up here. The Norn are colder than the snow. So let's grab Devonna. So yeah, like I was saying about production qualities in Ivanhoe, in all the other ones, you may have noticed the heroes just kind of stand in a really boring long line, and they're obviously just there for recruitment. They really went to the effort of making these feel like living characters. Look, this time they're talking to each other. You've got the two warriors are chatting, Menlo and Sin are talking to each other. You know, these guys are supposedly in a relationship. And you know, in every single outpost, you know, here's the two rangers having a chat. In every outpost, you will see them in different formations and having chats and doing different emotes and stuff. It's just all these tiny little bits of attention to detail that really make me appreciate Eye of the North, and it's just really nice little touches like this that make it feel like so much of a better game. Alright, so let's add Lena, Menlo, let's get Sin, because we're going out on a bit of a journey. And Eve, I guess. Alright, so let's go on out. We can just kind of imagine, if you like, that we're leaving Matt and Tom here at the moment until next episode when you guys have made that decision. So we will be meeting with Matt and Tom again, like I said, very soon, because we've actually all going to a specific destination, one of the biggest Norn settlements up here, where we'll meet up again. But for now, Peter's going to go on ahead of the others and start dealing with this quest, because if we press M, we're back out in the Cliff Chasms. If we press M, we'll see that we want to come up here to the Norhart domains. So let's head on up here. Hope everybody follows. Oh, also, there's something really cool. I might as well show you guys this. Here, there's like some weird bug thing I read about on the wiki. If you stand here, right, and set your graphic settings, if you set your shadow quality to low, you'll see that a shadow appears here as if there's some kind of NPC stood here. And if you get a skill like, I don't know, like a Spirit of Life and use it, wait for the Spirit of Life to die, and you see it will heal something here. There is something stood here, some mysterious weird thing stood here, but you can't talk to it or react with it. It's just kind of a very odd random thing out there that, you know, I thought I might as well point out. I thought it was really weird when I first saw it. But yeah, let's go. Sorry, that was a bit of a random tangent there, but I thought, you know, some of you might appreciate to know about stuff like that. Also, there's another guy up here, Og the Gruff. What an awesome name. I love some of the Norn names. You know, when I create character names, I don't really go for sort of role-playing, but if I ever make a Norn in Guild Wars 2, I think I might actually end up making a name like this, because it's just so cool. Do you know what? I'm actually going to try and 1v1 this guy. He says, impress me in battle, then we talk. Okay, let's do it. Oh god, everybody's hitting him. Alright, that did not work the way I thought it was going to. Well, yeah, we raped him. Okay, you're new, not Norn either. Likely will be eaten by beasts. Prove me wrong. I'll kill them all, you bastard. Let's go. So there's a few cool things here actually. Gwen has built a garden near the Eye of the North just about here, which I was kind of tempted to show you, but that comes in to the story more later on. So if you guys are thinking of that and wanted me to show it, yes, I will definitely be showing it eventually, but it comes much more into the storyline later, so we'll talk about that then. But yeah, just all kinds of cool little things. Yes, mandragores, mystic mandragores. Yay, mandragores. We didn't like them in Nightfall, sorry, and yeah, they're still here in Eye of the North. Shame, but there you go. You've got to have an enemy that nobody likes. I think that's something that most games need. I mean, just look at how big this structure is. It's absolutely huge. And look, there's a building up there as well, which I don't recognise. Is that the Hall of Monuments in that there? I'm not sure, but I mean, this building is so awesome, I think. Anyway, let's keep going. It would be cool if it was built by the Seers on the Messar. Because I mean, those are just two such mysterious races from Prophecies that we really don't hear very much about. I mean, they do come into the story again later, particularly when we start helping out the Asura. There's an awesome quest there, which I mean, so many of the quests here in Eye of the North. I'm so excited to show you them because they just set up so many storylines that we'll be seeing in the future. I can't wait. I really can't. I mean, just look at how vast this mountain is. It's brilliant, isn't it? I really like it. I mean, what's nice about this mountain here is it looks big, and you can actually go and wander around over there. It's pretty fun. Oh god, we're fighting an avalanche. Okay, so there's another Norn there. I'm not going to bother talking to him. Let's come up here. Deeper into the far Shiver Peaks, and this place is the Norhart Domains. Let's go. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode, and please, yeah, do feel free to leave a comment and tell me where you think Matt should go, where you think Tom should go, and I'll add up the votes, and the next episode we'll know where everybody's going. I hope you enjoyed the episode, yeah, and I will see you next time.